What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my continuing coverage of the 2019 Dallas International Film Festival. I'm Chase Lee, and I love going to these festivals. You never know what you're going to find. I set to do a certain amount each year, and sometimes I fail at that number, but I try for my very best. But this is the second film that I will be reviewing of the festival, and this one is called Nonfiction. Now, this one is directed by Olivier Assayas. And the main actress that I know and can pronounce without sounding dumb is Juliette Binoche. She kind of pops up in a lot of independent films that I receive all the time, and she's always been one of my favorites that I look forward to. She reminds me of, like a Julianne Moore in a way where she's very pleasant to watch on screen. So this one tells the story of two couples, one of which has a editor for a publishing company, the other has a author. And both of their wives, kind of going along for the ride. They all kind of hang out with each other and, seeing their husbands' careers grow. And even Juliette Binoche's character, she's an actress in a TV show. It just seems like they're all good friends and they all just want to see each other succeed and whatnot. And so, but there's a little something going on. Juliette Binoche's character and the author of the other couple are having an affair, and Juliette Binoche's husband is having an affair with his assistant. It's either his assistant or not assistant. She's the head of like digital marketing for his company, because the whole premise of this story is that yes, we're dealing with authors and publishing editors, but it's also dealing with the inevitable fact of books dying and, in actual print, and people go into more ebooks and, more of electronic print instead. So that's kind of the story, and that's pretty much it. It's just people sleeping around with each other and just eventually telling each other and seeing who's okay with it and who's not, and what's going to happen from that. And so, yeah, going into this, I didn't really expect much. Didn't really know much about it. To be quite frank with you, I didn't even set my own schedule for this film festival. I had one of my friends do it. So I'm just kind of like watching all these movies that he had picked, because I'm terrible at picking. So I trust him for the most part. And believe it or not, this is a good little flick. This isn't like anything where I would want to go rewatch ever again, or even recommend on the big screen. I think it's a perfectly fine like streaming movie or like a rental. But yeah, it's a solid film. There's nothing really like mind-blowing about the story or the performances or whatnot. It's just more of like how the film carries itself and how relaxed it is, but at the same time still kind of evoking those emotional punches that we want to expect from this type of story. So, yes, is the story somewhat simple? Does it go anywhere beyond the spouses cheating on each other? Not really. But the reason why I like this movie is because of the performances and the characters themselves in terms of how they interact with one another. It is very hard to get actors in the same movie and make it seem like they have been friends for many, many years. The thing about this movie that I really enjoy is that we have these friends that get together and they hang out, they talk, they laugh, they talk about what has happened in their past and memories and all that stuff. It's a lived-in type of movie where it feels like these characters that have been friends for decades, and we're just kind of being plopped into their life at this specific moment in time, just enjoying it, just enjoying their company, enjoying their conversations, enjoying that they love each other, as friends, and rib each other and joke about each other all the time. So, it's a very natural type of environment, very natural performances. You feel like everyone has been in this, city and has been friends with each other for so long that you kind of feel relaxed as you're watching it. And when the devastating stuff comes, you do feel devastated because you don't want anyone to get hurt like this. But that's life sometimes. People make mistakes and they're complex, and life gets sticky sometimes. But you wanted to see them kind of move forward and see where they would go and how they would progress from the situations. So that's probably my biggest strength about it. Once again, there's not really much to talk about. It's like I said, it's a solid movie. It's not like something deep or philosophical that you're looking for this one. I mean, it has great commentary on the book industry and like how it is dying, and mostly people go to digital, and it focuses on, people with midlife crisis that cheat on each other. I mean, it's just like, okay, cool. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. But I do think it's not really a cinematic movie, even though it does have some really interesting cinematography. It has like this smoky, like timeless feel to it, where it was shot on film. It has the film grain to it. It has almost like it's almost slightly out of focus throughout each frame, but like I said, that's where the smokiness comes from. It kind of just reminds me of like an old, like, I don't know, like Woody Allen film from like the 70s or something. It has a nice little look to it where it feels like it will, it's going to have like a timeless effect to it, even if people don't rewatch or whatever. It has that look to it. It feels like that, story-wise and everything. So that actually works for me. Director Olivier Assayas, I enjoyed his last film with Personal Shopper with Kristen Stewart. What a great piece of existential type of filmmaking with grieving with death and stuff. It was fantastic. So it was kind of nice to see him reel back a little bit and do something a little bit more lighthearted, but still have, the necessary human drama that we all kind of crave and all that some people do experience in real life, and making this, once again, a very lived-in, grounded type of movie. Everyone's great in the movie, all extremely likable, even when they all make mistakes. I still want to root for the best for them, even though they have made these type of, choices and whatnot. I still appreciate them moving forward and trying to correct what they've done. So, not a bad film, not a fantastic film, but I will give it a B. Solid little movie. Enjoyed it. Definitely a step up from the first film I saw. So I'm going to give Nonfiction a solid B. What did you guys think of the film, or have you even heard of it? Comment in the places right below my face and let me know. And I guess tune in next time for more coverage of the 2019 Dallas International Film Festival. I will see you guys later.